Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates new railway tracks under Central Railway, lauds Mumbai for its role in India's growth. Union Finance Minister Sitharaman presents Indian perspective at G20 meet, calls for bridging gap in global financial setup. Arunachal Governor says centre paying more attention to Northeast now. Kiren Rijiju urges students to work for nation building. Meghalaya police aggressively fighting drug menace in state, says Home Minister Lakshman Rimbu. And in second T20 match, Men in Blue will confront West Indies at Eden Gardens in a short while from now. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Manjari bringing to you the stories in detail. In national news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said Mumbai city has been playing an important role in the growth of independent India as well as making contributions to it Atmanirbhar Bharat. Dedicating to the nation additional railway lines of the Mumbai suburban network of the Central Railway via video conferencing today, he said these new tracks will bring major changes in the lives of the Mumbaikars and it will increase ease of living. The railway lines have been built at an approximate cost of 620 crore rupees, which feature a 1.4-kilometer rail flyover, 3 major bridges and 21 minor bridges. Maharashtra Governor, Chief Minister and Union Railway Minister were also present on the occasion.
जयंती के एक दिन पहले ठाणे दीवा के बीच नई बनी 5वीं और 6ठी रेल लाइन के शुभारंभ पर हर मुंबईकर को बहुत बहुत बधाई। ये नई रेल लाइन मुंबई वासियों के जीवन में एक बड़ा बदलाव लाएगी।
Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman today participated in the sessions on sustainable finance and infrastructure on the second day of the ongoing G20 Finance Ministers and Central Bank Governors meeting under G20 presidency of Indonesia. The 17th G20 Heads of State and Government Summit will take place in November this year in Bali, Indonesia. The Finance Minister supported the efforts being made for scaling up the sustainable finance instruments with a focus on improving accessibility and affordability. Sharing her perspectives on infrastructure, Nirmala Sitharaman highlighted the need for bridging the global infrastructure financing gap, development of innovative financing mechanism, and mobilization of public and private investment in inclusive infrastructure. Moving on to Northeast now. In Arunachal Pradesh, Governor B.D. Mishra today said Northeastern region is getting the full attention of the centre now under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Addressing the 8th convocation of the Northeastern Regional Institute of Science and Technology, NERIST at New Delhi, he said an indication of this is that the state has a member in the Union Cabinet. Union Minister of Law Kiren Rijiju, who also attended the meet, said in his address that the last 2 COVID-hit years were damaging for the teaching and learning communities. He urged the students to work for the nation building and assured all possible support to NERIST in the days to come. He said what educated youth can do and uneducated youth cannot do. He called upon the students to utilize their knowledge for the growth of the state and the nation.
I shall be talking to you about the roadmap of or for those of you who are passing out and leaving this institution.
I remember when, as a member of parliament, or before that, I had travelled across the globe. But
still in Arunachal Pradesh, Chief Minister Pema Khandu today attended the inaugural session of a one-day symposium on development and changes in Arunachal in 50 years, Youth's Perspective. It was organized as part of the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the state on State Legislative Assembly premises. In his speech, Khandu said, youths of Arunachal have always played a crucial role in the development of the state and the trend continues. He sought suggestions from youths on the upcoming state budget. Assembly Speaker Pasang Dorji Sona and Education Minister Taba Tadir were among those who attended the program.
Since we are already entered into the Golden Jubilee era of naming of Arunachal Pradesh, 1972 में 20 जनवरी में इनका नामकरण अरुणाचल प्रदेश 0 में हुआ था.
Now it's time for a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
सर आपका केवाईसी अपडेट करना है, नहीं तो अकाउंट और एटीएम कार्ड ब्लॉक हो जाएगा.
सावधान सावधान.
2.5 करोड़ का इनाम मुझे.
देखिए, अनजाने कॉल्स, फर्जी ईमेल्स, लिंक्स और जाली ऐप से अपना पिन, ओटीपी, पासवर्ड कभी भी किसी के साथ शेयर न करें. आप रहेंगे सावधान तो नहीं होगा नुकसान. आरबीआई कहता है, जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए.
Welcome back. In news from Meghalaya, Chief Minister Konrad Sangma today visited sites of the locality beautification project at Maukar and Jalao Lansona Lane. In a series of tweets, Sangma said the project has given a platform for local artists to showcase their talent. He appreciated the community effort and cooperation of the team involved in the exercise. The community has been proactive in carrying out the beautification works. He lauded the wall paintings, which he said pay tributes to eminent personalities with their meaningful messages. Still in Meghalaya, Home Minister Lakman Rimbe has said the Anti-Narcotics Task Force ANTF of the Meghalaya Police is trying its best to curb the drug menace in the state. He said the state police are aggressively tackling the menace like their counterparts in neighboring Assam.
Safe. We from Meghalaya also, we are taking all the issue aggressively, not only Assam, not only the state, in fact, the country as a whole. We know that the menace of drug, if it is there, we have to eradicate it. So all the states in the country are joined hand together to see that these.
In sports news, in the second T20 men's cricket match, Team India will now be looking to seal the 3-match series by beating West Indies at the Eden Gardens in Kolkata this evening. As last reports came in, the visitors have won the toss and elected to field. The men in blue have a 1-0 lead, and a victory in this fixture will give them an unassailable lead. On the other hand, West Indies, who also lost the preceding one-day series 0-3, will fight for their first win of this tour. In more sports news, in Nagaland, Chief Minister Nephew Rio today attended the 50th meet of the Angami Sports Association. Informing this in a tweet, Rio said sports encompasses more than just the benefit of physical activity. It also brings people together and fosters unity. He congratulated all the winners in different disciplines. In Mizoram, C. Laulampue, the first ever Mizo cyclist who has completed a solo journey of more than 1,500 kilometers from Aizawl to Kolkata in a span of 15 days, arrived home today. At Langpui Airport, he was greeted by cyclists of all ages from Aizawl. A simple felicitation program was organized by the Mizoram Cycling Association, of which C. Laulampue himself is the vice president. In his speech, he said he took up the challenge to inspire other cyclists to come out of their comfort zone. In the COVID-19 update for Northeast, Arunachal Pradesh has reported 361 active cases, even as discharged cases stand at 63,544. The tally for the dead is 295. In Assam, the active caseload is 1,132, while the cured cases account for 7,14,759. The death toll is 6,623. Manipur has 2,094 active cases, even as released cases account for 1,32,055. The death toll has touched 2,090. Meghalaya has recorded 510 active cases, even as dismissed cases are 91,098. The tally for the dead is 1,565. With a caseload of 10,592 active cases, Mizoram has reported 1,92,093 discharged cases, even as the dead account for 640. With 347 active cases, Nagaland has 34,228 discharged cases, even as the death toll is 753. Sikkim has 214 active cases, followed by 38,344 discharged cases, even as the tally for the death is 440. Reporting 111 active cases, Tripura has 99,797 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 919. And now, in the COVID update from the nation. Over 174 crore 64 lakh vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Union Health Ministry has said that over 37 lakh 86,000 doses were administered on Thursday. The recovery rate currently stands at 98.12%. Over 66,000 recoveries in the last 24 hours have raised total recoveries to 4 crore 19 lakh 77,238. Over 25,000 new cases were recorded in the last 24 hours. India's active caseload currently stands at 2,92,092. Altogether, 492 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. Over 75 crore 68 lakh tests have been conducted so far. In Manipur, as part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, 44 Assam rifles under the aegis of 22 Sector Aigar East organized a one-day free wellness camp, Rahgiri Shivir, on National Highway 127 near Kahulong village of Tamenglong district. The battalion medical staff treated needy and underprivileged locals plying on the highway. The beneficiaries were treated for common ailments and given generic medicines free of cost. At the camp, COVID vaccines were also administered to beneficiaries. To end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates new railway tracks under Central Railway, lauds Mumbai for its role in India's growth. Union Finance Minister Sitharaman presents Indian perspective at G20 meet, calls for bridging gap in global financial setup. Arunachal Governor says centre paying more attention to notice now. Kiren Rijiju urges students to work for nation building. Meghalaya police aggressively fighting drug menace in state, says Home Minister Lakshman Rimboe. In second T20 match, Men in Blue will confront West Indies at Eden Gardens in a short while from now. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.